Today we're making printed circuit boards, or better known as PCBs, and Uncle G will show you how to make a PCB. You're going to need some stuff. First and foremost, you're going to need the Uncle G PCB and the transfer paper. You're going to need some other things as well, and we'll show you on the slide. Some of the other hardware you're going to be using is a laminator. If you don't have a laminator, you can also use a clothes iron, or an ordinary laminator should work. Then after we've done the laminating, we're going to move over here and we will be looking at the etching process. You're going to be using ferric chloride, and we're going to etch it, and it's set up at a nice temperature there so that it can etch quite quickly. This is some water to passivate the process of the etching, and when that's done, we're going to move on to the tin posit, the LT34, and this is the process by which we make the printed circuit board look very nice and shiny. But let's start from the very beginning. Good, so now we're going to make the PC board. The first step is to make a clean PC board. A clean PC board is a successful PC board. Now, when you get that from Gryffen, the pre-drilled PC board comes in the packet like that, but it's not yet ready to use. You're going to have to wash it. Now I want to show you closely that the PC board does have some oiliness on it. So come a bit nader and I'll quickly show you. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you that when the water is on the PC board, it tends to pull away from the sides. We don't want that, because that indicates a little bit of waxiness, a little bit of oiliness. Now we want to break the oil, break the surface tension of the water so that it evenly disperses over the PC board. So you can use a little bit of our good friend Mr. Green, and I'm going to put a little bit on there. Maybe I must open it first. Alright, there we go. That's enough. And together with a little bit of dishwashing liquid, you will also use a little bit of a steel wool. So steel wool and some of that, and you're going to start washing the PC board nice and clean. And what the process does, it removes all the waxy substance from the PC board. And I'm going to give a little bit more water, and once that is nice and washed, I want you to see how the water, this still needs some more work to do, so let's get cracking. Get into the corners. Make sure that you wash off all the oiliness. Under the running water helps to remove the oiliness. And you'll be able to see, once that gets there, can you see the water is now clinging to the PC board? It's now no longer pulling away as much. And I wash it nice and cleanly around the edges. And when I find that the water no longer pulls away from the edges, then I will put it down vertically so that it can dry. Now that we have dried off the PC board, we take care that we don't touch the PC board on the copper area, and you'll see that it's nice and dry. At this stage, we are going to align the PC board with the transfer paper. And for that, you're going to have to orientate the transfer paper with the board. And to align it, you take it up to the light, and you'll see where it lines up. And once you get it lined up nicely, you will make use of a piece of sticky tape that you will again line up, make sure it's 100% in position, stick down the sticky tape on the one side, take another piece of sticky tape, turn the board around, realign the second time, and this process is very important, because if you don't get it right now, your tracks are going to sit skew. Once that is 100% the way that you want it, we will secure it into position, and now it's aligned. From here, the PC board will go into a blank folded piece of paper. You can use some recycled paper. This is just so the heat transfer is more even. I'm using about 120 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, but we don't use that here in South Africa. Into the laminator it goes. We're going to repeat this process a couple of times to make sure that the toner melts and fuses to the copper plating. Now that we've laminated, the PC board is quite hot, still inside the paper. We're going to remove it now. When we remove it from the blank paper, we're going to make use of running water, which we're going to use to separate the PC board from the film. So I will open my tap under a nice steady stream, not too harsh. I'm going to pry loose the sticky tape, and once I've done that, I'm going to saturate the paper with water. This is to make the paper soft and to cool down the PC board, and I will then use the running action of the water and the paper to slowly separate. And in this case, what you'll see is when this happens, I'm going to have to laminate again. I didn't laminate enough. Put it through the laminator a couple of more times. I did not take another paper. I used the very same paper, but I put it through and I slowed it down a little bit so that it properly fuses with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the water once again. What's nice about this, and I started peeling it off again. Cool down my PC board and peel it off just like I did before, and let's see if I get lucky this time. There we go. The heat will make the sticky tape difficult to remove, but once you get it going, and take care not to go around the corners too quickly so that you don't rip it off. Right, and now you will let the water do the separation for you, and as you slowly peel away, you will see that the tracks will now remain on the PC board, and it will come off the transfer paper, making sure that you keep the water running all the time. This is exactly the same transfer that I started out and it wasn't going through nicely. I stopped the process right there and then, and I went back to the laminating process. And this is something for those guys out there that want to give up a little bit too early. Aanhouer wen. And there you go. A nicely prepared PC board. And the next step is to touch it up with a permanent marker, write my name, and when I come back, we'll be putting this into the etching. Okay, so my PC board's nice and dry. I dabbed it dry with a little bit of cloth. And I'm going to touch it up with a Sharpie. And that is just so that wherever I'm etching, the extra touch-ups will make sure that everything is A4 away. You can even make the pads a little bit bigger. You can write your name, Uncle G. Right, and you do the touch-ups now, because once it goes into the etching, there's no turning back. This is a tedious process, but you have to do it now, or else there's no turning back. I have now personalized my PC board using a Sharpie. I love Sharpies. And I've put on things like my name, Uncle G. I think it's cool. I added a little, very funny little flower there. I like to make the islands or the pads bigger so that it really makes the solder work easier. This is a good thing to do because when you solder, you don't want too little copper to solder onto. So make sure that you increase the size of your pads using your awesome Sharpie. Right, so this PC board is now ready to go into the etching. This is ferric chloride. I recommend using ferric chloride. It's very simple, easy to use, just don't chuck it down the drain. When you're done with it, passivate it properly and get rid of it responsibly. As you can see, the board is now nice and shiny. I want to show you something. I'm going to put it in here for a little bit. And immediately you can see that there's a reaction that happens with the copper. If you heat up your mix, you can always thin it out with a little bit of water because water evaporates at 90 degrees. And now it's going to go in here for 10 to 15 minutes. When it comes out, I'll show you what it looks like. So there we go, coming in nice and shiny. And now we're going to make a PC board. Okay, it's been in here for a bit now. Let's see how good it has etched. And as you can see, as the process goes on, the copper starts pulling away from the edges. So this still has to go for a little bit. We're going to rinse it a bit and we'll see and come and look in on its progress as it goes on. Right, the same way that we're going to clean the board in the past that we cleaned it, we're going to clean it with a little bit of steel wool, and we'll be rubbing it like that. And the black will come off, and I'm going to do that with the whole PC board now. There you go, PC board nice and clean, and there's some go. Now it goes into the tin posit. Note the copper color, and when it goes into the tin posit, you'll see it changes color rather quickly, and it will become a nice tinny color. There you go. Out she comes, nice and tinned, into the water. Ketile, jou PC board is klaar. It's done and ready to solder. Congratulations on making your Gryffen PCB very, very easy.